Hey guys, it's Kane. Welcome to another Autism Digest interview, where today we're talking with someone who we all might have grown up on. He's the writer of the Origami Yoda series. If you remember reading that in middle school, you definitely know what I'm talking about. He is the great Tom Angleberger. Thanks for coming on, Tom.
Hey man, how you doing? Thanks for having me on.
Of course, it's a pleasure to have you. I think a lot of people might remember you if they're from Generation Z. It doesn't get bigger than raising an entire generation on a book. But for those that may not know you, do you mind telling a bit of your story in your own words?
Okay, sure. So, well, I'm an autistic adult now, but I was an undiagnosed autistic kid growing up and floundering around in middle school and getting in all kinds of embarrassing situations. And when I grew up, I thought, what if I wrote a book about all that? But instead of it being a giant disaster, what if I had the force and Jedi wisdom to help me get through all of that mess? So I started writing a book, and it all started with one chapter about how bad I was at playing baseball when I was in middle school, and Origami Yoda steps in to help me do better, not better at hitting the ball, but better at accepting striking out. And that chapter led to a book, and the book led to a series. And that was how The Strange Case of Origami Yoda and the whole seven-book series came to be.
And look at where you're at now. You're one of the biggest authors of the younger generation. My next question for you is, and this is a big one, how were you able to secure the rights to the Star Wars characters?
You know, that is actually a crazy story. I will try to shorten it so we don't spend the whole time on it. But to me, it's a fascinating story because it changed my whole life. And what happened was my editor told me we would not be able to get the rights. And I was already starting to work on other options. I thought about Origami Einstein, for instance. What if Einstein was giving really smart advice? But what I didn't know was that my editor went ahead and sent the manuscript to Lucasfilm. And the woman at Lucasfilm who was in charge of things took it home and showed it to her kid, who was 13 years old at the time, about 13. And he said, yes, you should let the guy do it. So she let me do it, and I got to do it. And it was incredible. We had an incredible run, and we got to do seven different cover stars, and Darth Paper and Jabba the Puppet. And every time we had to go back to Lucasfilm, and every time Lucasfilm was awesome and great to work with, and so supportive of me and the books. They were just fantastic. So a lot of people think Lucasfilm might be the evil empire. But at least back when I was working with them, they were definitely the Jedi Knights. They were awesome.
That definitely sounds awesome. Um, and I would have definitely loved to have read Origami Einstein. And, my next question for you is, how does autism help you when you write?
Oh man. So, I mean, the more I've thought about it, that with if there was a cure for autism, if I could take a pill and I took that pill, I don't think I would be done. I would have nothing. I would have zero. My books are the autism coming out. Um, it's it's a you know how Temple Grandin talks about having all these tubes, and some of the tubes are bigger and some of the tubes are smaller. Well, I've got a lot of tubes that don't work very well. There's a lot of things that don't work great with me. But one thing that works is the tube between my brain and my mouth. I just never shut up. I just talking all the time. Just talk, 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 talk. And eventually I realized, hey, I could stop talking for a minute and I could write some of this stuff down. And if I do that, some of the people that I've been driving crazy by talking, they might rather read about it than listen to it. And so, I mean, it's just something I can't even turn it off. It's got to come out somewhere, or it'll drive me crazy. So lots of times it comes out through my mouth, but other times it comes out on the keys on my computer, and that's when I end up with something good. And the autism, I mean, a lot of us on the spectrum, we love Star Wars. There's an infinite amount of cool stuff with Star Wars that we can catalog in our brains. And that's what I did. And a lot of people on the spectrum love origami. There's a lot of fiddling and memorization and taking pleasure in doing something perfectly. There's a lot of that. And so my brain was full of origami and Star Wars. And when I finally got them together, it was just like poof, and something amazing happened. That was bigger than me.
That's definitely a really good answer, and I can definitely relate to that. I'm a bit of a blabbermouth myself, and it has historically gotten me into trouble, but it's also helped me a lot in some ways, getting my emotions out and speaking my mind. And this is a bit of a controversial opinion, but I'm more of a Star Trek person.
Oh, okay. Now, listen, man, I love Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I've got Origami Spock. I don't know if you've ever seen it on my website. I've got Origami Spock. Love Star Trek. Love the Next Generation. Um, I can go either way, man. I love them both.
I definitely respect that, and I would definitely like to see
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite Star Trek character?
if I had. It's honestly been a while since I've watched any of the series, but if I had to choose one character, definitely William Shatner's Captain Kirk from the original series.
Oh man, yeah, gotta love him. He's fantastic. I don't think I've ever made an origami Captain Kirk though. Maybe that's something I can work on.
Yeah, no, no, I would definitely love to see an origami Star Trek series. My next question for is so, what advice would you give to young neurodivergent writers who feel like their ideas or thinking style doesn't fit the mold?
Right. Well, the mold is boring. Okay. If you fit the mold, I don't want to read it. Okay. I've read too many books that fit the mold, and I only read a chapter and I put them down. If your thinking does not fit the mold, then I am interested. Okay. So don't give up because you don't fit the mold. That's what makes you awesome. That's what's going to make you great. And it may not work out right away. It took me 15 years from my first rejection to finally getting a book published. So don't give up, man. If you've got something cooking and you think it's awesome, stick with it, man. You might have to find something else to do. You might need a day job. You might want to try some other projects, but don't give up on something because it doesn't fit the mold. The mold the mode is boring. The mode is yesterday. I want to see what's next. And it's you guys out there that are breaking the mold, that are thinking of new stuff, that are way out there on the spectrum somewhere. You guys are the ones that are going to entertain me. I wrote a book for you already. I need you to write something for me. So don't make it boring, make it awesome.
I definitely like that response. I definitely feel that not just with writing, but with any field, really. It's time to see what the new generation is capable of. Which leads to my last question. What does the future hold for you? Do you have any other books in the works that you want to talk about?
Yeah, oh, I would love to. Um, I've got a lot of books in the works. But what I would like to tell you about is a lot of Origami Yoda readers never went to origamiyoda.com. And the truth is, it's not too late. OrigamiYoda.com is still going strong. We have possibly the world's biggest collection of origami, 30,000 posts on OrigamiYoda.com from readers. Like I call them the super folders. They started with a Yoda, but now they've folded everything you can imagine. We've got a Pokedex with every original Pokemon character. We've got a Muppet dictionary with all the Muppets. We've got we've got everything you could think of, man, and it's growing every day. So come to origamiyoda.com. It's the past and the present and the future for me. I love it. I love seeing what readers make, what they're interested in. I just it's been the big surprise of these books was that it was more than a books. It was a community. And I love the community. And if you're not part of it, I would love for you to join. So come to origamiyoda.com fold something cool and send it to me.
I'll definitely be sure to check out that website. Anyways, that's going to do it for this interview, guys. Thank you so much to Tom for coming on and sharing his perspectives. If you guys want to see more amazing interviews, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Autism Digest channel. Be sure to get yourself the latest issue of Autism Digest, which looks something like this. It's now in Israel, so if you want to continue supporting our expansion, be sure to go to autismdigest.com and stay tuned for the audio file of this interview to be posted on our Spotify. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.